If I remember right, there were some really cool Cronin skins. I really liked this skin. The Ceramica Tonfa skin doesn't look terrible, but I don't like it. But honestly, like, the basic Cronin Prime looks just too good. Okay, this looks pretty cool, too. Let's see. Wander, you swore. I thought you were family-friendly. I'm mostly family-friendly. I'm not all the way there. Also, like, I specifically have slowed down. I'm relaxing my trying not to swear too much a little bit. Now I mostly just don't use one or two specific words. I am PG-13. And that's where I will comfortably stay for a very long time. And honestly, that's where I prefer to be. I don't really like, It's not that I hate children, but it's definitely one of those where... Oh, radial attack. That sounds fun. I want a form of this sucker? I might. The Icarius sounds interesting. Target-seeking rockets. The reload speed is... hell, though. Could be better. Do clip size. Or mag. Ice Storm doesn't quite fit. Now let's form us something. Let's see. Oh, we can still fit in... Oh. I thought I could fit in stunning speed, but we can do prime quick draw or just regular quick draw. And it reloads faster while running. Gotcha. Okay, next up, Haro. Anything I want to do to make Haro immediately better? No, I think Haro is fine. I'll probably just wait for the very, very inevitable Haro Prime. Okay. Though, I think I might switch to Volts. Yeah, I'll switch to the Volt for this one. Okay, do we have one more person for an arbitration? Actually, two more, looks like. My range is kind of bad. Let's get rid of narrow-minded. In favor of overextended? Yeah, that'll be fun. Okay. So, Nujia will join. By the way, do not be afraid to add me as a friend on... do not be afraid to add me as a friend on Warframe. I won't friend people on Steam very willingly, but I will absolutely add people as a friend on, Oh. Okay, there we go. I was wondering why, Flaming Hell, you disappeared there. Because I didn't kick you. Oh. Everyone needs a rank 30 Warframe. So Flaming, if you could fix that. When's your next Ring Fit going to be uploaded? Unsure. I haven't had time to film it. I was actually kind of hoping to film another episode tonight, so that might be what I do after this. But time, not on my side. Like that. That's good. Collaborate with other YouTubers. Not recently. I'm trying to branch out, but I don't... I've had some bad experiences very recently over the last 2 years, so I'm very much like... I don't trust people. And so it takes a long time for me to warm up to like anyone. And so this kind of thing where I'm just playing with fans, this works really well because I don't have to worry about stuff. I don't know if I actually checked my build on my Cronin. I think my Cronins looked okay. But yeah, it's not that I've been a shut-in. I've actually been going outside a fair bit. I've been I'd say I've been getting a lot of exercise. Oh god. Oh no, my dog. It has no HP. Well, my dog is quite dead. I don't think I'm going to want to do too much here. But I wanted to play just a smidge more, seeing as we're right one on this. Probably should be actually taking... Why is everything... That's okay. I guess I'll just hang out in A. Oh, did they change this map around? They did. I like this better. This used to be Draco. That, oh, is it that? Oh, I think it's gone. I probably should have brought a gun to back up my goofy setup here, but whatever. This is fine. I will just hide here. I mean, I guess I don't have to. I guess I have one really bad idea. When in doubt, gotta go real fast. I gotta stab real fast. Unfortunately, I cannot capture fast, which is a bit unfortunate for this. Okay, no, that kind of worked. Shit, we're getting rolled. Oh, this would be okay. Yeah, I should probably just hang out, defend my point. Be a good little Volt. Okay, I actually really like this pistol. Homing rocket pistols sound actually very much up my alley. The only problem is... does not have a whole lot of capacity, though. I think I might play more of this tomorrow if people are up for joining me. Probably after I do my regular content. But I wouldn't mind trying to go through the Nightwave objectives. Actually, do we have an ETA on when Nightwave's getting reset? Because I don't want to, like, invest a whole lot of time into Nightwave Intermission if it's just going to get reset on me in the next who knows how long. Let's see. How much is Backseat Gaming allowed? Warframe's kind of mixed. I'm actually down for, I'm okay with people kind of giving me tips in Warframe just because there's so much. Mostly, my issue with Backseat Gaming is when people get really abusive about it. Because then it switches from people being helpful to just downright pushy. Well, I'm a human blender, man. Nice part is, I'm more or less capable of getting up to maximum combo, as far as I can tell, like, in seconds. Oh, is my Cronin not set up for combo speed? Also, I think I'm almost dead. Well, that could be a real issue for this. Maybe I'd be better off with one of the healier things. But generally, it's kind of one of those where I have a bunch of, I'm not going to say pro Warframe players, but like some really solid Warframe players that hang out in my chat and Discord that are more or less constantly keeping me up to date. Let's see. Wonder, did you have motion sickness playing Outer Worlds? First question, Outer Worlds or Outer Wilds? Because this is an important distinction to be made. Because no motion sickness in Outer Worlds, little bit of motion sickness in Outer Wilds. Worlds. If you're having motion sickness in Outer Worlds, check your field of view. That's often one of the first things to do if you want to not feel motion sick. I should probably just use that move. Holy shit. Yeah, I don't generally build Storm for being a nuker. I don't necessarily dislike him as a nuker. I usually use him as a get to place quick kind of character. And so I just straight up don't even think about using my number 4 skill. But I probably should. And then you can electrify your shields. I thought that was actually just default, that shooting through it would, I was under the impression that just shooting through your electric shields just gave you electricity to begin with. Holy shit, my dog's still alive. What? Ow. Has it even gone down yet? Wonder, what's your bet on Kingkiller Book 3 being released or announced next year? Released? No. Announced? Maybe. I don't know about Gentlemen Bastards. I actually have never heard of that series. I've actually been kind of out of the book market lately. Might not be as much damage as it could be. Very good CC. I was gonna go around stun-locking everything a bunch. It seems to be working really, really well. You haven't? No, I've never heard of Gentlemen Bastards. That sounds interesting. But I've been having trouble with books lately just because of how long it takes to produce them. And that's actually rather difficult for me to get as invested. And so I've been specifically preferring Video games, usually because they're self-contained stories that I don't have to wait for the third book in this series to figure out how it ends. And admittedly, there are quite a number of RPGs that kind of go that way. Let's see, you've linked it in the lounge if you want to look at it. Yeah, I'm down for reading. I need to actually sit down and spend the time for it. My problem is, like, my time prioritization right now is mainly make gaming content as what I usually do. Then work on kind of side content for Wanderbot Prime. Actually, no, it's... Ow. Something hurt me. So record stuff for Wanderbot, go outside, do life stuff, then work on Wanderbot Prime stuff, then work on art, then read, maybe. Actually, writing. Writing has been taking up a lot of my time, too. Just because I would actually really like to learn how to write a book someday. I'm not very good at it, but, like, it's a pipe dream to be able to write my own. Okay, I was wrong about getting up to, getting up to Cap as a pipe dream told by liars. There we go. Oh, they jacked my spot. Oh, it's my fault anyway. Holy shit, you were fast. Volt is the speed frame, so it should be pretty damn fast. I think I liked Excavation. Though we did get an Auraforma blueprint. That's actually pretty good. Yeah, Volt 4 is great. Did I build for range? I did. Sort of. It's got like 190 range, which ain't bad. Oh, that's what those weird star things are. They're Vitus Essence. I was wondering about that. Melee cap, which is nothing more than a fun fact. If you exceed 6.0 attack speed, you can hit 221 hits instead of 220 for the cap, and 241 on Venka Prime. Huh. Yeah, I've got to put way more effort into learning Melee now that Melee 2.0 is out. I was pretty much downright ignoring it because, like, why bother? Up until recently, at which point it's just like, oh, hey, now it matters. Because I knew we were specifically going to get a melee patch that was going to change everything, so it's like, why bother learning? Guns probably aren't going to change too much, maybe the gun calculations, but that's about it. And so I was being lazy. I still am lazy, don't get me wrong. Okay, that's an achievement I actually didn't have. Clearly, I need to do melee more often. I think the other thing is I really need to get some good Rivens for melee. And up my Prime mods, because I pretty much haven't touched any of my I pretty much haven't touched any of my prime mods for melee, period. Because I'd very much like to, I'd really like to have a bunch of melee weapons that have stupidly large, whoops, I got killed by something. Let's see. But yeah, I'd just like to have melee weapons with stupidly large range, so I could just stand in an area, swing, and everything dies, because that'd be lovely. So Scythe is about a world where humanity figured out immortality, shows government to be ruled by AI called Thunderhead. Scythe is the one that separate from the Thunderhead, and the only ones allowed to kill it. And dark humor. I think it's up your alley. Now, does Scythe have anything to do with the board game? If your book is anything like your D&D campaigns, it'll be good. You get stuck, ask friends what their character might do. Yeah. Part of it is I do also just want to do more D&D campaigns, because I think it would be easier than writing a book. At least from my perspective. But yeah. Just gonna... Oh, shit went bad while I was dead. Alright, I'm gonna go hang out on A. Figure that out. Ow. Okay, maybe Grakata, not the most useful here. Boop. Nope, I have no energy. Oh, my dog died. Well. Okay. Oh, that's why I don't have any energy. That would explain problems. I also seem to have 0 efficiency, which is bad. Whoops. And I'm dead again. Okay. Yeah, might wanna end after this one specifically if we can. Write a book like a web serial and have a poll and just listen to what fans are saying about it and go from there. Yeah, actually, that's kind of my plan. What I want to do is I want to write about 5 chapters, 10 chapters on my own, something like that. Just kind of a first arc to really get the feel for it. And then probably just start putting it up weekly, just 1 chapter at a time. I've thought of stuff like Choose Your Own Adventure. I'm sure some of you guys were kind of hanging out while I was working on this sort of webcomic after Grave of Man sessions. The problem I had with that specifically was that webcomics are... Yeah, what happened to that? Time and my wrist destroyed itself. Also, I was really, really depressed last year, so those things do not make a good combo for creative endeavors. And I'm sure, like, if you're listening... Well... if you listen to me every once in a while when this stuff comes up, you probably kind of understand exactly why. But so, like, I would love to go back to doing more creative things, but you stop for a while. It's a muscle, and if you stop, like, it takes a while to come back. Yeah, let's extract. This got hairy. And I'm certainly not surviving it. But we got some pretty rad stuff off of that. I mean, what do we get? A couple of sculptures, Auraformas, more Gorgon blueprints. Need those for things. Let's see. I want to see my Tigris Riven. I'm going to leave the squad. At this point, I need to switch. Let's see. So, equipment, mods. What is my Tigris Riven? I think it was pretty good. Tigris, Vexican. No, it's actually not that good. It's just 75% multi-shot and 60% electricity, which is kind of okay, but I think that's actually worse than it used to be. That's actually pretty good, yeah. I'm not sure if I'd want it, though. Like, it looks like an absolutely, It looks like an absolutely lovely Riven, but honestly, like, I'm pretty fine with mine, just the extra electricity and the multi-shot. The reload speed is really the only thing in there that I'd care about, because I'm pretty sure my Tigris is already at 100% status chance. So only the reload speed would actually be useful there. It's the Grinlock one, though. I don't use Grinlock, admittedly. Oh, Grinlock with Prisma Grinlock is pretty good. What else do I have? I liked my Amprex one. I think that got nerfed. No, it didn't. My Astala one is fun. Just impact and damage. Archoplasmor is okay. Heck one was decent. I don't know. I've got to actually sit down and get some proper Rivens at some points again. Figure out what weapons I'm using. I just don't actually know which... What the hell? 400% kunai. Oh, that's goofy. Yeah, I gotta look into some Rivens again, because I've got the platinum for it. I just... money and some other stuff. Actually, speaking of, I might want to sacrifice, some of my money and endo. What would I need to do to make primed pressure point good? Primed reach is the one that I really care about. Oh god. I'd have to do a lot of arbitrations to get the endo for that. Ouch.